Welcome. The school's over now with the podcast, and I'm here with my guy, Mr. 10X himself. Grant, how's it going,
So
man?
good to be with you, man.
Man, I'm glad to be here, man. So, you're on the show today. A lot of people have been waiting to get you on the show. So, before we do all, the fun stuff and figure everything out, I want to go back to, that guy that grew up in your childhood. What was it like growing up for you?
Well, it was like everybody, like I'm a little kid, like every kid, right? So, it's the same thing for everybody. Everybody grows up the same way. Like I was a little dude. You know what it's like to be a little guy.
Man. I know, man. I'm sure.
So I'm a little guy. I see my daughter Sabrina now. She's going to be 10 years old, and she's like, Papa, I'm smaller than everybody else. I said, baby, that's all right. That's what they said about me. I was a little dude. Yeah. So I bruised easily. So I'm walking around. I had shorts on all the time. So I'm all bruised. I'm looking at myself like I'm little. And there was a lot of comparisons in my family. Everything was about the physical unit, about the body, right? So there was because I was an identical twin, there was tremendous attention from others, everybody that met the little kids, whether we were infants or babies or 4 years old or 5 years old or 10, it was always who's stronger. Oh, they're so cute. Everything was about the body. So that was a little introverting, right? As a kid, everything's about the physicality, the limitations.
Yeah.
So I can see that theme carrying through my life. This idea that I'm just this.
Yeah.
And so when I got into junior high, elementary was hard. Junior high was worse, and high school was terrible.
Why is that?
Dude, because I was the little dude. I got a big mouth. I've always had a big mouth. You can relate.
Yeah, of course.
And I have an opinion. I've had an opinion. I liked the girls, and it didn't matter if that was your girl, and that caused me to get beat up a lot.
Man.
So like at least twice a month.
Oh wow!
Somebody was punching me. I remember I was going to class one day. I had this new pink shirt on. Pink, dude.
Oh wow!
You got to be confident to wear pink.
Very confident.
In high school. So in Louisiana, Lake Charles, Louisiana. So I literally, I'm walking out the door. I must have been 15, 16 years old. And I walked back inside, took the shirt off, put another shirt on because I knew I was going to get beat up that day. And sure enough, I did.
Wow, man. So you grow up as this kid. Sure, I can relate to that by all means, man.
Yeah.
I stopped growing. I remember back in middle school, I was a star on a basketball team. Everybody grew up and my career was over really quickly. But for you, as you're going through all these battles in your childhood, being that short, small guy, how did you overcome that? How did you get the passion and drive that you have today?
Well, I don't know that I did overcome it. There was nothing I could do about that, right? So when I had a big loss when my dad died when I was 10, I lost my brother when I was 20, but there was another loss in between where I thought I was going to be a baseball player. I had this illusion like you thought you were going to be a basketball player.
Yeah.
And I really thought I was going to be a professional catcher.
Oh, wow.
For a professional team. And 18 years old, I had drug problems, dude. Like I was, So I realized, again, a physical limitation. My body was getting beat up. Guys were running over me at the plate. My arm wasn't strong enough to hit second over and over. I wasn't that good with a stick.
Wow.
So that was a big loss for me. Like I got to give that up.
Wow.
So along the way, now how do you find the wins, right?
How do you find that?
I didn't have anybody to help me. So because I lost my dad and my older brother. So I'm looking, how do you find your way? I go to school, I think the teachers are going to help me. You know how that turns out. That didn't work. Teachers can't help themselves, right? And they want to, but like I needed more than history and grammar. Dude, I needed discipline, I needed direction, I needed a destination. Mm-hmm. The 3 Ds, man. I need it. Huh? You got to have those 3 Ds. I mean, they're so important. Dude, like I didn't have any of them. I didn't have the destination. I probably should have gone to the military. Then somebody said, oh, no, if you got flat feet, they won't take you anyway. I'm like, shit, nobody will take me. But the local drug dealer would take me. Wow. He'd take me all day long. So did that turn you into a hustler, though? Well, yeah, I was a hustler, man, because I had to pay for the weed. So like Dennis was the first entrepreneur I ever met. Dennis was the pot dealer. What did Dennis do for you, like mentally? Dennis was the dude. He was the first guy I ever met, dude. He was slinging weed, man. And it was interesting because again, here I am looking for direction.
Yeah.
Whether you know it or not, everybody's looking for it. You know, you go on Instagram, whatever you think you're looking for. You're looking at pornography. You're looking for direction, really.
Yeah.
You know.
Certain topic.
Just different kind of deal, right? Yeah. We out of school now?
Yeah, we out of school. We out of school.
So wherever you're going, you're looking for something. You know, even when you're lost. And I was lost from 15 years old to 25. I was completely lost. And so I run into Dennis. He's a drug dealer. He's selling weed. He was a cool dude, man. He was like, he had the profit game down.
Yeah.
And this was the first guy I ever met that was about margins and volumes.
Wow.
And that was like, ooh, that rung true to me. You know, like I could be a businessman. I wasn't gonna be a baseball player, but maybe I could be a businessman. You know, so and I had to pay for the weed, right? So
you had to pay for it.
So which you know I did that deal and I didn't feel good about it. Again, I was just lost. My direction was lost. I never felt good about breaking the law.
Somebody right now is listening to the show and they want to know how can they find a better direction.
Dude, you got to keep looking, man. You got to keep looking, and you got to be. It doesn't matter that I wrote in be obsessed or be average. It doesn't matter if you're going the wrong direction. What matters is that you go fast. You need to go all the way in the wrong direction because you'll hit the wall faster. I was in a treatment center when I was 25 years old for drug addiction. Okay, I was using up to $500 of cocaine a day.
Wow.
Dude, I mean, I was a wreck. I was popping pills, smoking weed all day. I'd wake up in the morning and literally, I'm not using drugs today. And within 30 seconds later, I would snort, eat, or smoke something, or a combination of all three before breakfast.
Wow.
So I was a wreck, dude. Okay, like I made that treatment center at 25 years old. I walked in, there was a guy, Ben. I remember Ben just shaking me. Ben's like, I mean, he's got DTs, dude, like full on like alcoholism, right?
Yeah.
And he's withdrawing. And I'd been there about 4 or 5 days. And I said, dude, how old are you? He's like 50, 53. He's like, I said, oh, my dad died when he was 52. I said, what took you so long to get here? He's like, huh? I said, you 53, I'm 25, man. What took you so long to get here? And he's like, what do you mean? I said, you should have put the pedal to the metal, man.
Yeah.
And he's like, what do you mean? I said, bro, if you're gonna make a mistake, make it like all the way so you can hit the bottom faster. And so at 25, I had hit bottom.
Wow.
I was like, I can't keep doing this. I put 28 days together in a treatment center. The counselor told me, he's like, you'll never make it. On the way out, I'm leaving that day, right? My insurance ran out, and he's like, you'll never make it. You'll be back.
Did you use that as a motivation?
I don't know if I used that as a motivation or not. Maybe I did, but it didn't last very long. If it was that kind of stuff doesn't typically last very long. Like I'm going to prove him wrong.
Yeah.
I needed to prove me right. That's what lasts as a motivation. Like not me trying to impress you.
Yeah.
You know, me trying to impress others with the things I buy.
Yeah.
It doesn't last long enough. Me impressing me, that should last a long time. Like the only guy I'm trying to impress right now is me.
Love that.
And I'm not trying to compete with other people. I'm trying to be like, hey, what do I have to do to really like, oh, wow, you did something big here.
Yeah.
So that treatment center, me putting 28 days together was a big deal, but me putting the next 24 hours together, the next day when I was out was massive for me. It was the first 24 hours I'd ever done by myself. And then what I did was I took that addictive quality I have, not that deficit, that gift to be fully into something, like completely obsessed and addicted and just like voracious and like I can't let go of it. I took that, which everybody in society today says is a bad thing.
Yeah.
I took that, dude, and I'm like, I'm throwing that into work.
Wow.
Okay. And I did. And that's where I really, I had a job and I was a salesman, hated it. And I learned how to be great at something I hated. It was the first big victory I had in my life.
I think a lot of people, what I want to stick to right now is you have to become great at some things that you hate in order to further your career down the road. How do you feel about that?
Totally, man. Like if you're a waiter and you hate it, leaving that job is just going to send you to another job you hate, okay? Because you left the job. A guy named Cowboy used to tell me, wherever you go, there you are. That always stuck with me. I'm like, that's no shit, dude. Wherever I go, I can get rid of the girlfriend, I can get rid of the job, I can get rid of the car, and I'm still there. Me and all my limitations and my problems and the way I think. So I had lost 6 jobs.
Wow.
McDonald's fired me. It's hard, dude.
McDonald's.
McDonald's.
Well,
okay?
So how did you get fired from McDonald's? Somebody wants to know that right now.
You know, I don't know. Because I was terrible, because I hated it, because I had a bad attitude, because I was resentful, because, you know, I didn't understand why I didn't understand why anybody would work there. I was fired from the country club as a busboy.
Oh, wow.
Dude, I couldn't make waiter.
Jesus.
It pissed me off because I would come bring you, I'd set the table up and the people at the table wouldn't recognize me. Thank you. Nobody looked at you as a waiter, right?
Yeah.
So that killed me. I lost a job in a refinery. I tried hard labor. Lost that job after about 3 months. I worked on a fishing boat. I don't know that I lost that job. Furniture, I tried to sell furniture with a bunch of women, lost that job. I was a clothing salesman, lost that job.
Wow.
Okay, because I was stealing ties.
Were you flipping them? Were you flipping the ties?
No, dude, I was just stealing them. And so look, that's what 5 or 6 jobs I lost. The last job that I had, I was a car salesman.
Yeah.
Hated that job, dude. Fired from that job, the same place 4 times.
Wow.
And refused to leave.
Refusing to leave.
He would fire me because I was wrecking cars, man. I'd wreck cars, right? And he was like, but I sold a lot of cars. I could sling a car. And so I got great at that job, even though I hated the job. And I had a college education, so I'm like, what am I doing selling cars? It was a conflict for me. I was better than that, you know, in my mind. And so here I am selling cars. I'd wreck them. And like every 3 months, I'd wreck a car.
Wow.
And so they call me Crash.
Nickname Crash.
Yeah.
Sell them, but wreck them.
Yeah. And so every time they fire me, I'd be like, okay. This is my 7th firing, dude. Like, this is going to be the 7th job. I'm clean now. And I realized what I'm going to do, dude, is I'm going to go on the way out.
Yeah.
This guy, Rip, he was the owner of the place. His name's Rip, right? And he's like, you're done. Get out of here. Pack your stuff. And then I'd go find a customer and I'd sell him and I'd bring him the deal.
You earned your keep.
I say, look, dude, look, I know you fired me. I know I'm done here, but I got a deal. You want to sign off on this one before? And of course, the car dealer's going to take the deal.
Of course they will.
4 times he fired me, and every time I got back on.
So you start your entrepreneurship journey, right?
Yeah, I'm in it now. Now I'm in it, dude.
Right?
Now, because I'm having a victory. I'm 25 to 29. 23 to 29, I sold cars. And 25, though, at 25, I committed. The first 2 years were terrible because I was screwed up. I was lost. You know, I was out of school, but didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know where I was going. Like, and the job, the 17 years that I got educated, I was being educated to be an accountant kind of guy, right?
Yeah.
A business guy. And by the time I got out of college, dude, they weren't even hiring for accountants where I lived. And that's happening a lot today, right? People are being trained or educated for one job, and by the time you get out, that job doesn't exist.
Yeah.
So I got this crummy job selling cars, and then I got great at it, dude. Like, I mean, I was in the top 1% in the country. I was like a master.
Wow.
Like, if you even mention the word car right now, you'll probably leave with one. That's how good I am.
I saw a couple cars out there. I was like, oh my gosh, they're
that'd be easy
level.
to put you in it. I'd have to arrange some financing.
Arrange some financing.
With no money down. So and bad credit. So, I mean, I used to tell people that. I'd be like, they're like, I'm just looking, we're not buying anything today. I'd be like, how about no money down and nothing a month? And they'd be like, huh?
Yeah,
I said, no money down and nothing a month. How long? Guy looks at me and says, how long? For what? No money down and nothing a month? Forever.
That's
okay,
crazy.
I'll do it. Shit, let's roll. Next thing you know, he's paying $400 a month. You know.
What would you say, like right now, for somebody that's starting off? Somebody's listening.
Well, let's just go back to this.
Let's go
because
back.
everybody's gonna hate. Everybody is going to hate something you're doing.
Yeah.
Elon Musk right now hates dealing with the SEC.
Yeah.
No matter where you get in the food chain, like you guys out there that are like, oh, I'm going to work for myself. I'm not putting up with bullshit from anybody. Yeah, you will. You always will put up with something from somebody that you don't want. So it doesn't matter if you're if you have no credit or you're worth $100 million. You will have to do things you don't like.
Yeah.
And by the way, you can't delegate everything. No matter how rich you get or how successful you are, some things you still have to do. Like I pulled a muscle or ribs out of place or something.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I got Kayla's here with me. Johnny's here. You guys are here. I got this guy over here. We don't know what he does, okay? Nobody can handle this freaking spasm but me.
Yeah.
Right? So I don't like it. And the point is, you're always going to have something you have to deal with. You got to lean into it.
Got to.
You're getting a lot of advice out there saying, "Oh, don't do anything." There's a guy out there right now saying, "I don't do anything I don't like to do." I give that to somebody else. I'm like, that's stupid.
Stupid.
And it's arrogant, and it's elitist, and it's just ridiculous because you will have to do things you don't want to do.
You got to, man.
Have a baby. I guarantee you're going to be doing a lot of stuff.
Beyond that.
Yeah.
I want to ask you the question because we're going to wrap this up.
No, man, you're doing great.
I want to ask you the question.
Why are you in such a hurry, man?
Because I saw someone say 2 minutes.
Don't worry about those people, man. Okay. All you got to do is worry about me. Man.
All right, great. Let's keep it rolling then, man. So somebody's watching this right now. They got Grant. They want to know about the entrepreneurship journey.
Yeah.
And they're running into those hurdles. They're running into those problems, right?
Yeah.
And they are getting to the point where they want to stop. Was there ever a point
they want to quit
in your journey? Was there ever a point where you felt like that? I feel like it
like a million times, man. I quit this morning. Shit, I quit every day, man. All these memes popping around Instagram, never quit, don't quit. Dude, you're going to quit. Question is, are you going to start again?
Yeah.
Right? Now, to the degree that you quit determines how far you have to start over again.
Yes.
So, there's no way to quit. Like, you just got to understand there's no way you get to actually quit on this planet. Because tomorrow you're going to wake up again. And hell, I'm not even sure if you die. If you die, that might not even be a quit. I think the guy that commits suicide, he gets surprised like seconds later, like, oops, I'm back again.
Yeah.
And he's got to go through the process again. So I would just tell everybody, like, you're going to want to quit, okay? The question is then, what are you going to quit on, right? So you're going to quit on something big or something little. And the second thing I would tell you is, like, you guys quit. You need to, if you're going to do the entrepreneur thing, at least look up the word. Look up what the damn word means. The word says in the dictionary, let me just read it, because I think people are running around doing. I never thought about being an entrepreneur. I've never, ever in my career thought, oh, I'm going to be an entrepreneur. I wanted to be a business person that made money. Mm-hmm. I wanted to have a bunch of businesses that made a lot of money.
Yeah.
And it didn't matter to me how hard I had to work as long as they made money. The problem I had was I never thought about making enough money. Let me just see what this word means. You mind if I do that?
Yeah, of course, man.
Okay, entrepreneur, define.
They need to hear this.
Yeah, defined as, I've looked this up like 7,000 times. A person who organizes. You just because you do Instagram shit at your house don't mean you're an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Right? A person who organizes. You go get a lemonade stand one time, that don't make you an entrepreneur.
Not at all.
A person who organizes and operates a business or businesses taking on greater than normal financial risk in order to do so. When I read this definition, I had been in business for 20 years.
Wow. And
I had not been taking on greater than normal financial risk. In fact, I had been trying to reduce my financial risk. I had a couple employees. Uh-huh. I officed from home. How many entrepreneurs you know like this?
None.
That office from home?
Oh, everybody's at home.
They all want to stay home. I'm staying at home. I'm going to reduce my expenses.
Always.
I'm going to do everything
myself. You don't want to pay for the office yet.
I'm going to get my little sister to do my admin, and I'm going to outsource everything. That's not the definition of an entrepreneur. An entrepreneur puts money at risk. It's greater than normal financial risk, not energy, not time, financial risk, okay? Yeah, so if you're not investing money, taking loans out, borrowing money, begging for money in order to build your business, you're not an entrepreneur, right? So by definition. So when I saw that, I guess I was 45 years old. I'm like, dude, I'm not spending enough money. I need to put more money at risk. And I was successful. I had millions of dollars in the bank. I had 3 businesses that were doing good. But in the last 8 or 9 years, if this is any kind of inspiration for people, man, I have learned more in the last 8 or 9 years than the previous 28 years.
Why do you think that?
Just the expansion has been freaking phenomenal. Just phenomenal amounts of expansion. Like we made more money in the first 3 months of this year than I made in the previous 20 years.
Wow.
In the first 3 months, dude.
10x.
You know why? Because I'm willing to put money at risk now.
Yeah.
I have 129 employees here, not 3. People don't cost money, right? Your parents are telling you not to borrow money, but you borrowed money to go to college.
Yep.
Borrow money to go to college, but don't borrow money to make money. Like, it doesn't even make any sense. Your parents tell you, borrow money to buy a house, right? Yeah. Don't rent, because you just make the landlord rich.
Yeah.
This is stupid. Borrow money to build a business and don't own a home. There's no money to be made in a house. The money's to be made in your business, in your brand, in your marketing, in your advertising. So people are just getting the wrong information today.
I mean, it's so funny you mention that. There's a lot of people that feel like, I grew up. I want to go buy the house. Uh-huh. How do you feel what would you tell that person that feels like they got to get that house on the hill, start with their family, they should invest in all those things? Is that a good investment or not?
It's just stupid. It's not a bad investment. It's a terrible investment. You lose your mobility, you lose your freedom, you lose the ability to go to wherever something might be that's better for you. You end up with a bunch of money stuck in a place. It's a 30-year commitment.
Wow.
Nobody wants it. It's a dead, dying dinosaur concept. And your parents don't even want their homes. So, you're not going to make money there. You make money in a business. Warren Buffett doesn't talk about that one house he bought. Mm-hmm. Elon Musk is not known for the house he bought. He's talking about going to Mars. Never talks about his house. He lives wherever he wants. That's what I want, dude. I want to live wherever I want to live.
Mobility.
The ability, like if you study extremely wealthy people or big financial companies, they have the ability to move around the planet. And Blackstone's not in one market. Wow. They're in many markets, right? So you want to do what the super wealthy do, not the guy that wrote a book, The Millionaire Next Door. Okay, not your uncle that's been doing some Section 8 stuff in your house, in your town. He's got, he's the rich guy in your family, and you think he's the living legend of your family. Big deal, dude. The guy's worth $1 million. That could be wiped out tomorrow. You want to study a guy like Jay-Z. What did that guy do?
Yeah.
What's he doing? What's he buying?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, he's like, I'm not popping Molly's, man. I'm rocking Time Forward. Right? So what's he telling you? Dude, don't waste your time on drugs, man.
No, not at
Get
all.
your money right. That's what he's really saying there, okay? And he's not buying fancy cars. He's buying art.
Yeah.
And real estate. My buddy that was following me that just died.
Nipsey Hussle.
Nipsey was following me, man.
Yeah.
What was Nipsey saying?
Oh,
okay, dude, quit buying this junk. We got to quit buying this junk. We got to quit buying metals and gold and bling. We got to buy real estate.
Yeah.
Okay. So
he owned that whole block too.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's crazy that you mentioned that, because I love that message. Mm-hmm. And the message that you're sending right now is that there are bigger things to put your money in that are going to change your whole entire family's life, rather than just being
one house,
standard.
dude. One house. When you buy one house, you're a selfish person. Everybody that I talk to about a house today, they're like, but I love it. Who are we talking about?
Yeah.
You. But my wife loves it. Now we're talking about her.
Yeah.
Okay? But it's a good place for the kids. Okay, now we're talking about 4 people. Dude, there's 7 billion people on this planet. You made a decision for 4 people. Every person listening to this right now has a bigger responsibility than just your wife or your husband, your mom, your dad, and 2 or 3 kids. And I grew up like that. Family's the most important thing, Grant. Like my mom used to tell me this. Family, it's family, Grant. You probably heard the same thing. It's family.
Yeah.
Take care of your family, man.
Yeah.
But dude, what about the rest of the planet? We all a family.
That's true, man. So let's end this with a very good note. I want to ask you the question we've asked every single person that's been on this show.
Oh my!
And that is, if you were that college student, right? Or you were that person who just dropped out, or you're that person, got your degree, you just completely lost, and you were asking yourself the question of the show: school's over, now what? What advice would Grant Cardone give?
Dude, go to work. Dude, be the best person. Be the best worker in your space. I don't care what your job is. You're a shipper, a personal assistant, you're security, you're a bellman, plumber, contractor, McDonald's flipper. You're an Uber driver. Be fucking unbelievable. Okay? Be unbelievable. Be so unbelievable that people are like, dude, what you on? Like, you on something, man? Are you on something, man? What's up with you, man? Who are you, man? If they're not asking you that, it's because you blend in, man. You don't stand out. People need to ask you, what the hell are you on? When I was selling cars, the first 2 years, people were like, I hate car salesmen. I hate car dealerships. I want a better deal. The last 5 years, they were like, dude, you ought to be selling yachts.
Wow.
I don't know why I'm paying you more than the guy down the street, but I'm going to do it. Okay, here, take my wife too, and my daughter. Like people were like giving me stuff because I was exceptional, right?
Yeah.
They were like, I would sell somebody something, they'd bring me cookies, they'd bring me meals weeks and months later, right? Mm-hmm. What was the difference, dude? Because I was great at what I did.
Yeah.
At something I didn't even like. So that's what I tell you. You're going to get out of college. You're going to find out your grades don't matter. You're going to go on interviews. Nobody's going to even care whether you graduate or not.
Not at all.
Facebook don't even care if you got out of college.
Not at all.
Right? Daniel, we hired Daniel. I didn't ask him if he's got a college degree. Shit, what do I care? Right? I know even if he did, I'd become suspect of him. Yeah, I was in college 18 years. We definitely aren't going to hire you, right? So took too long to get out. So if you're in college, man, take time out of the equation. Get out now. Get out. Finish. If you want to finish. Just quit screwing around the weekends. Put an extra time in. Take an extra class. Do 4 years and 2 years. If you're already out, don't worry about your damn loan. Put it off. Don't pay off the past. Create the future.
Love that.
Worry about your future money. And then if you're lost right now and you don't know where to go, man, follow your boy GC, man. I'll show you the way. Everybody needs direction.
Yes. Love it, man.
Come on, man.
So for those who listen, always remember, dream it, believe it, go out and get it.
That's right.
Appreciate you, GC.
Appreciate you, man. Appreciate
Awesome,
you,
man.
okay? You guys are awesome, man.
A lot of having you, man.